Yes, you're quite right, Mrs. Coney. We must get rid of this canker in our midst. That boy was born to be hung, Mrs. Coney. I've never been so shocked in all my days.
Hush, Mr. Bumble. You must have had quite a turn. Sit down. Have a nice cup of tea.
It's nice to be appreciated, Mrs. Coney. These here paupers in this here parish don't appreciate me. Anti-parochial they are, ma'am. Anti-parochial. We've given away a matter of 20 loaves and a cheese and a half this very blessed afternoon. And still them paupers is not contented.
Of course they're not. What would they be? Sweet, Mr. Bumble.
Very sweet indeed, ma'am.
You little tinker.
You have a cat, ma'am, I see. And kittens too, I declare.
Oh, I'm so fond of them, you can't imagine. And the fond of their own, too.
Mrs. Coney, ma'am, I must say that any cat or kitten that could live with you, ma'am, and not be fond of its own, must be an idiot, ma'am, and don't deserve to live in it.
Oh, Mr. Bumble.
It's no use disguising facts, ma'am. I'm an idiot. I would drown it myself. Pleasure.
Well then, you're a cruel man. A very odd-hearted man and all.
Odd-hearted, Mrs. Coney. Odd-hearted man. Are you odd-hearted, Mrs. Coney?
Dear me. What a very curious question coming from a single man. What can you want to know for? Mr. Bumble! Oh, I shall scream.
No, you wouldn't fly, oh, if I wanted something special, then you couldn't say no. Did I nearly catch you smiling? Yes, I did, and it's beguiling. If your hand is close, I'll press it. Yes, you like it, come confess it. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I shall scream. I shall scream till they hasten to my rescue. I shall scream.
Since there's nobody that's near us who could see us or could hear us, if I ask you, can I kiss you? Say, what will my pretty miss do?
I shall scream, scream, scream.
If I pinch you one pinch from your shy protective shell, can I uninch you 1 inch? Will my blithesome buxom beauty let her suitor do his duty? Though his lap ain't very large, dear, sit up on it, there's no charge, dear. Will you sit?
No, I shan't.
Will you sit?
I shall scream, for the safety of my virtue I shall scream. Oh, your back is rather cozy, see my cheeks are getting rosy. You would have me in your power if I sat here for an hour.
I shall scream, scream, scream.
Batman, you would think I can be naughty. I can, and your pardon if I venture. You must state your true
there be?
Well, not right.
We shall see.
I shall scream. I shall scream. At the thought of your thinking, I shall scream.
You will wonder where the scream went when we come to an agreement. As my lovely dove is chugging, could she love a chugging puppy?
I shall scream, Mr. Bumble. I shall scream, Bumble, Bumble. I shall scream, scream.
I brought the boy, ma'am.
You would. Get a good price for him, Mr. Bumble.
One boy for sale. He's going cheap. Only 7 guineas, that or thereabout. Small boy, rather pale, through lack of sleep. Feed him gruel dinners, stop him getting stout. If I should say he wasn't very greedy, I could not. I'd be telling you a tale. One boy for sale. Come take a peep. Have you ever seen as nice a boy for sale?
Liberal terms, Mr. Salisbury. Liberal terms. £5.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was needing a boy, but...
Good, then it's settled. £5, please.
Cash upon liking, Mr. Bumble, if you don't mind. Cash upon liking. Mrs. Strawberry! What is it? Would you have the goodness to come here for a moment, my dear? What is it? What do you want? What now? Well, Mr. Bumble here.
Hello, Mr. Bumble.
Hello, Mrs. Salisbury.
We're talking about that we may consider to take this boy into the shop for help.
Oh, dear me, he's a rather skinny, isn't he?
Yes, he is rather skinny, there's no denying it. But he'll grow, Mrs. Salisbury. He'll grow.
I dare say he will on our victuals and our drink. They're a waste of time, these workhouse boys. They always cost more to keep than they're worth. Still, you men always think you know best. Well, what are you going to do with him?
Well, that an expression of melancholy on his face, my dear. I think he would make a delightful coffee follower.
What?
I don't mean a regular coffee follower following grown-ups. No, just for children's practice. I think it's a good idea to have a following proportion, my sweet.
You know something, Henry? For once in your life, just for once, you might have had a decent idea. Very well then, boy. What's your name?
Oliver Twist, ma'am.
Oh, singular name.
Aye, Mum, and one of my own choosing.
Yours, Mr. Bumble.
Mine, Mrs. Aubrey.
And how's that, Mr. Bumble?
The boy's mother came to us destitute, brings the child into the world, takes one look at him, and promptly dies without leaving so much as a forwarding name and address.
Oh dear, oh dear. Very well then, Oliver Twist. Do you think you could look like the gentleman in that picture up there?
Maybe, if I had a black hat.
Oh, never mind about the black
The
hat.
boy is quite right. Give the boy a top hat, Henry. These things must be done proper and correct. Henry. Henry, give us the top hat! Henry, really, it takes you twice as long to do things as anyone else. Stand there under that picture, boy. Get the top, get it. Now you get out of the way. Get out of the way. Yes. Yes. Yes, for once in your life, Henry, you've had a decent idea. Now then, boy, do you think you could hold that expression for a long time with a crowd watching you?
Yes, ma'am, I think so.
Born undertaker's mute, I can see him in a black silk suit, following behind their funeral procession, his feature fixed in a suitable expression. Was a real tall black flute, to escort us to the family's tomb, with mourner in all corners, talk to weeping too. Then there comes night with satin, that's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
Getting up to wear your hat, that's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
We're just here to glamorize you for that endless need.
You might just as well look fetching when you're 6 feet deep.
Their wings will get tied to their body beautiful. That's your funeral.
Not our funeral.
That's your funeral. Your fond of overeating. That's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
Yourself by undereating. That's your funeral.
That's my funeral.
Visualize the earth descending on you club by club. You can't come back when you're buried underneath the sod.
We will not reduce our prices. Keep your vices usual.
That's your funeral.
Not our funeral.
That's your funeral.
I don't think this song is funny.
That's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
Here's the boy, now where's the money?
That's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
We don't harbor those macabre. There's no need to frown. In the end, we'll either burn you up or nail you down. We love coughs and wheezes and diseases called incurable. That's your funeral, the one that says funeral. That's your funeral.
Very well then, boy. That's your job. Junior coffee follower. Have you eaten yet?
No, ma'am, not since.
Shut up! Shut up! Whoa! Bring up some of the bits for the dog! It hasn't been in all day, so he can go without them! I dare say this boy isn't too dainty to eat them, are you, boy? Charlotte! Oh, Charlotte, look. This is the new boy. Give them to him. Have you finished?
then. Your bed's there, under the counter. I hope you don't mind sleeping among coffins. But then again, it doesn't matter, really, whether you do or you don't, because you can't sleep nowhere else. And give me that top hat! Come along, Charlotte.
Cheeking your superiors. I don't suppose you know how I am, do you, Workus?
No, sir. I can't say as I do, sir.
I'm Mr. Noah Claypole, and you're under me. So open up the blind, you idle scallywag.
Oh, hello, Noah. I brought you a nice little bit of bacon from the master's breakfast. Oliver, shut that door. Take them bits on your tongue, go there and eat them. Make haste, because we want you to mind the shop, do you hear?
Do you hear, Workus?
Lord, no, what a tease you are. Let the boy alone.
Let him alone? I'm giving the boy a change, you silly thing. They all left him alone. His father left him alone. His mother left him alone. They all left him alone, except dear old, kind old Noah. As Shadrach.
Oh, Noah, you are one. Oh, Noah.
Workus, how's your mother?
Leave my mother out of this. She's dead.
What'd she die of, Workus? Shortage of breath?
Never you mind.
Oh, but I do mind.
You better not say any more, see?
Better not if you don't mind. The cheek of it. The workhouse cheek of it. My mother, he says. She was a nice one, she was. You know, Workus, it can't be helped now. And of course it couldn't be helped then. And I feel sorry for it and all that. But you must know. Workus, your mother was a regular downright bad one.
What did you say?
A regular downright bad one. And it's a good thing she died when she did, or she'd been doing hard labor in prison. As like as not. Help! Charlie! Help! Mrs. Newport's murdering me!
What for? Ah! What on earth could be happening? Coming now, I'm coming! Oh, you orange bitch! Little prick!
Ain't you afraid of it, Oliver? Ain't you a trembling while I speak, Oliver?
No. The boy's insane, Mr. Bumble. No boy with half his senses could venture to speak so to you.
It's not madness, madam. It's meat.
What?
Meat, madam, meat. You overfed him, madam. You raised an artificial spirit in the boy, unbecoming of a station in life. If you kept him on gruel, this wouldn't have happened.
Dear, dear, this is what comes of being generous.
Ah, yes, indeed. The only thing that can be done now that I know of is for me to take him back for a day or so till he's a little starved down. I'll keep him on gruel. He comes of a bad family.
What is going on in my parlor?
It's that boy, Oliver. You've no idea what he's been up to. Never in all my life have I seen anything like it.
Now, you're a nice young feller, ain't you?
Called my mother names.
Well, and what if he did, you ungrateful little rat? She probably deserved what was said and then some.
She did.
She did!
He's gone.
It's gone. Oliver, he's run off.
What? 5 pounds worth run off? 5 pounds of mine run off? Brent!
Mate, madam, mate!
What you staring at? Ain't you never seen her, Jen?
No, I haven't.
Tired?
I've been running hard.
Pussy, you've been running away from the beak.
The what?
Now don't tell me you don't know what a beak is, me flashmate.
Isn't a beak what a bird's got?
My eyes are green. A beak is a mother state for your information. Hungry?
Starving.
Got no mother?
No.
Father?
No.
Lovely ball, I don't have today, don't you think? Oh, staying in London?
Yes.
Got any lodging?
No.
Money?
Not a father. You live in London?
When I'm at home, I suppose you want some place to sleep for tonight, don't you? Are you accommodated?
No, I don't think so.
Accommodated you should be, all right. There's a certain house. No respectable old gentleman lives there. Won't give you lodging for nothing. Never ask for the chance. That is, that's another old gentleman who knows you and introduces you. And doesn't know me, I should say he does. Not often he does, and so.
Who is this respectable old gentleman? Is he a charity gentleman?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that. Not exactly. But if I introduce someone, it's all right. I happen to be a particular old favorite of Mr. Feigen. That's his name, Mr. Feigen. By the way, if I'm introducing you to Mr. Feigen, I better know who you are, you China plate.
My name is Oliver. Oliver Twist.
My name is Jack Dawkins, better known as upon my eminent friends as the Fodder.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Dawkins.
Come to think of it, I ain't got no eminent friends. So what's the difference? Me up post office, you're coming with me.
Are you sure Mr. Feigen won't mind?
Mind? Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of family. We take it to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself for the merger. There is a lot to spare. Who cares what? If we got to share, if we can't be, we should seize the holidays. Until other days, my grouse. Oh, a chance to meet somebody to foot the bill. Then the drinks be on the house. Consider yourself our mate. lot. Well, kids, going to bring us up for the furniture. There is a lot to spend. Who cares what ever we get for share? Nobody tries to be not enough tea. There's a cup of tea for all. Oh, it's handy to be big to roll the pen when the alarm comes to call. Come to yourself, arm wait. We don't have no fuss. We can stay one of us.
Large amounts don't grow on trees. You got to pick a pocket or two.
Just show Oliver how it's done, boys.
got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two.
Why should we all break our backs? We got to pick a pocket or two.
Robin Hood, what a crook, gave away what he took. Charities like, subscribe to mine.
Get out and pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two.
Robin Hood was far too good. You got to pick a pocket or two.
Take a tip from Bill Sykes. He can whip what he likes. I recall he started small. You had to pick a pocket or two.
You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two.
We can be like old Bill Sykes if we pick a pocket or two.
Dear old gent passing by, something nice takes his eye. Everything's clear, attack the rear. Get out and pick a pocket or two.
Got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two.
Have no fear, attack the rear. Advance and pick a pocket or two.
When I see someone rich, both my thumbs start to itch. Only to find some peace of mind, I had to pick a pocket or two.
Got to pick a pocket or two,
boys.
you've got to pick a pocket or two.
Just to find some peace of mind, we had to pick a pocket or two.
Put them all back in the box, boys. All of them. What a crook. I hope you've all been hard at work today, boys. Good boys, good boys. What have you got, Dodge?
Couple of wallets.
Not as heavy as they might be, but very nicely made. Ingenious workman, ain't he, Oliver?
Very ingenious, sir.
What have you got, my dear?
No, Brent.
Well, they are very good ones. Very. You haven't embroidered them too well, though, Charlie. We'll have to pick the initials out with the needle. You'll have to learn to do that too, Oliver. Won't you, boys?
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you have to learn to make wallets like Dodgy and Charlie. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Oliver?
Yes, Mr. Fagin. If you'll teach me.
Certainly, my boy. No fee. Just watch everything that Dodgy and Charlie do. Make them your idols, especially Dodge. He's going to be a regular Bill Sykes, you know. Now, my handkerchief protruding from my pocket.
Yes, sir.
You see if you can get it out without me feeling it, like you saw the other boys do.
Rum tum tum, rum tum tum, tum tum tum, tum tum tum. Skidoo I try, rum a tum tum. Got to pick a pocket or two. Oh, you got to pick a pocket or two.
Is it gone?
Yes, sir. It's in my hand.
It is? What a clever boy. I've never seen a sharper lad. Here's a sixpence. I've got to go to the bank. If you go on this way, you're going to be the greatest man of all time. You're getting to be quite a gentleman now. You've got a sixpence on credit, got a new home, and a new profession. Ain't you, boys? Yeah. Now get to bed, all of you. There's work to be done. Oliver, you can sleep over there. Dodger, take off your hat in bed. Oliver, you can have a nightcap. I'm afraid the Wedgwood's in the safe. You got to pick a pocket or two. I'm a real miser, you know. But can I help it? I just like to look at it. It's one of my pleasures. A cup of coffee and a quick count up. After all, who's going to look after me in my old age? Will you, Bertie? Will you? What are you doing awake? What did you see? Quick, tell me every detail you saw.
I couldn't sleep anymore, sir. I'm very sorry if I disturbed you, sir.
Were you awake 5 minutes ago?
No, sir.
Were you awake 2 minutes ago?
Not that I know of, sir.
Be sure, be sure.
All right, then. I'm sure.
Well, if you're sure, I'm sure. Of course, I knew all along. I was only trying to frighten you, Oliver. You're a brave boy, Oliver. A brave boy. Did you see any of my pretty things?
Yes, sir.
They're mine, Oliver, mine. All I've got to live on in me old age. It's a terrible thing. Old age.
May I get up now, sir?
Certainly, my boy. There's a tub near the fire for you to wash.
But I had a wash yesterday, sir.
Well, today's your birthday. Wash! It's Nancy. The ladies are here. Wake up, boys.
Well, Black, you don't mind. What's gin?
In all moderation, my dear. Too much gin can be a dangerous thing for a pure young girl.
And what's wrong with the drop of Davidson, Fagin? After all, it's the only bit of excitement we have around here. And do it tonight, that's small pleasure. Would you? Small pleasures, who would deny a thing? Gin tonic large, let us just if you please.
out here all day. There's work to be done and fine pickings out there in the street. Now get out and earn your keep.
I tell you what.
Dodge, you take Oliver with you. Oliver, you've got to start somewhere. And believe me, you couldn't make a finer start. Good luck on your first job. I'll be waiting for your air when you come back. You can go, but be back soon. You can go, but while you're working, this place amazing round until you're all safe and sound. Fairly well, but be back soon. Who can tell where danger's lurking? Do not forget this tune. Be back soon.
How could we forget? How could we let our dear old Fagin worry? We love him so we'll come back home in oh such a great big hurry. In the praise of Piper, it's us that pipes his tune. So long, very well, pip pip, cheerio, we'll be back soon.
You can go, but be back soon. You can go, but bring back plenty of pocket handkerchiefs. And you should be clever thieves. Whip it quick and be back soon. There's a sixpence here for 20. Ain't that a lovely tune? Be back soon.
Our pockets are full of bunch of gadgets upon the hour. And candles from the tower. The Wall Street runners, but they don't know this tune. So long, there you go, dip, dip, cheerio, we'll be back soon.
Cheerio, but be back soon. I don't know, somehow I miss you. I love you, that's why I say cheerio, not goodbye. Don't be gone long, be back soon. Give me one long last look, bless you. Remember our old tune. Be back soon.
We must disappear, we'll be back here today, perhaps tomorrow. We'll wish you to this Sabbath, that party is a sweet sorrow. And when we're you'll hear this whisper.
Stop thief!
Cheerio, but be back soon. I don't know, somehow I miss you. I love you, that's why I say cheerio, not goodbye. Don't be gone long, be back soon. Give me one long last look, bless you. Remember our old tune. Be back soon.
They all suppose what they want to suppose when
go to, and then she knows when to stay. Ooh, papa, that's how it goes. Ooh, papa, everyone knows. Whether it's hidden or whether it shows, it's the same with papa. She was from the country, but now she's up the country. She has ability, good and teacher of songs. One thing crying, she's made a mental lying. She's glad to be anointed and join in the song. Ooh, papa, that's how it goes. Ooh, papa, everyone knows. She is no longer the same life she knows. Ever since she knew papa. Oh, yes, now. Papa, that's how it goes. Papa, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose. When they hear ooh, papa. Ooh, papa, that's how it goes. Ooh, papa, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose. When they hear ooh, papa.
Bill Sykes!
Strong men tremble when they hear it. They got cause enough to hear it. It's much blacker than they steer it. Nobody mentions my name. French men hold the 500 of saints. Emptying their coats up, they know I pretend and approach up just to live up to my name. With me, jammy in me hand, let me see the man who dares stop me, take what I make, and start to say biceps, like when I refer to it for doing of a murder. If I just so much as heard a blow and whisper my name, what is it? What is it? What is it? My name.
Spiken, where's Spiken? Spiken!
Where's Oliver? Where's the boy? Now then, what has become of Oliver? What has become of Oliver?
Took away his coat.
Well, coach, what coach? Where coach?
He got nabbed on his job. He landed out of her brow, took him to court, and then took his own coach.
Where to? Quick, speak.
Good fine language. Good coach, doctor. Good fella. Right on way.
Why didn't you look after him? Why didn't you bring him back here with you?
Bacon looks bloody.
One of us, Bill. New boy. Went out on the job today with Doc. I'm afraid he may say something that will get us all into trouble.
That's very large. Just noticeable, Bacon.
I'm afraid, you see, that if the game were up with us, the game would be up with a good many more. And it would come out rather worse for you than it would for me, my dear.
Well then, somebody must find out what's been done or said. If the boy hasn't talked yet, well there's still a chance of making it bad without suspicion. We'll nab him at any moment he dares to step out of that house. Now, who's gonna go?
The very thing. Nancy, my dear.
What would you say? Oh, yes, the very thing.
If all the dudes was nose tied on Fagin.
And just what do you mean by that remark?
When I say Bill.
Oh, you're just the very person for it. Nobody up that way knows anything about you.
Yes, I don't want to neither. Rather more know than yes, people.
Ah, she'll go Fagin.
No, she won't, Fagin.
Oh, yes, she will, Fagin. Ah, go on, get out. Get out, go on.
I'll play you will know when someone needs you, you love them so. I won't betray his trust, though people say I must. I've got to stay true, just as long as he
a great improvement in the boy.
That, sir, is for me to decide.
Thank you, Mrs. Bedwin. How do you feel today, my boy?
Much better, thank you, sir. May I stay here always?
If you wish, dear boy, if you wish. Here's the doctor to see you now.
You are a great deal better, are you not?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yes, I know you are. You're hungry too, aren't you?
No, sir.
No, you're not hungry. He is not hungry, Mrs. Bedwin.
No, doctor.
You feel sleepy, don't you?
No, sir.
No, you're not sleepy. Not thirsty, are you? Yeah, boy's thirsty. I'll eat my head. Are you?
Yes, sir. Rather thirsty.
Just as I expected. It's very natural that you should be thirsty. You may give him a little tea, Mrs. Bedwin.
May I go out now, sir?
Yes, I think you may. And take in a little fresh air. Don't keep him too cold, Mrs. Bedwin. But also, be sure not to keep him too warm. Will you have the goodness?
Certainly, doctor.
You'll be glad to be up again, Oliver. Doctor, do you notice the most extraordinary likeness between the boy's face and the portrait of my daughter, Agnes?
Can't say I do. I only know two sorts of boys. Mealy-faced boys and cheese-faced boys.
And which is Oliver?
Mealy? Where's he from?
Didn't I tell you? He was arrested for stealing my pocket handkerchief.
What, sir?
It was all my mistake. And when the shopkeeper told us what really happened, and he was released by the magistrate, I brought him here to make what amends I could. But I must confess, I find myself strangely attached to the child.
He's deceiving you, my good friend. He has had a fever. What of that? Fevers are not peculiar to bad people, are they? Good people have fevers, haven't they? He stole your pocket handkerchief, didn't he? And he'll steal more,
He
sir.
didn't. Yes, what is it?
The book's yours.
Ah, yes, thank you. Now I have some other books here. Hey, wait a moment. Hey, come back. Oh dear, he's gone. I particularly wish these books were returned today.
Send Oliver with him. He'll be sure to deliver them safely. If he does, I'll eat my head, sir.
Yes, do let me take them for you. Please, sir.
Oh, very well, my boy. Very well. If you wish, you shall. Now, I'll tell you what I want you to do. Take these books and say you've come to pay the £4.10 that Mr. Brownlow owes. Here's £5. No need to rush, it's just down the road. But I shall expect you back in 10 minutes.
Very good, sir.
Now let's see, Mrs. Bedwin. 10 minutes.
Almost broke his mother's heart. Make him come home. The young wretch, go home, you little brute.
I won't. She's not my sister. Got no sister, got no father, no mother neither.
Just listen to him.
Bet, tell them to let me go.
See, he knows his little sister. He can't hide that. Make him come home, he'll kill his mother and father.
What the devil is this? Young Oliver, come on home to your poor mother. Come on home. What books are these?
They belong to Mr. Brownlow.
Give them here. You're nothing but a thief and a vagabond.
Come on, Oliver.
Come on, young villain. Start just a brother quick. Look, boys, Oliver's back. Delighted to see you looking so well, my dear. Dodger will give you another suit, for fear you shall spoil this Sunday one. Why didn't you write and tell us you were coming? We'd have had something more for supper.
Oh, what the devil is this? That's mine, Fagin.
No, my dear, that's mine.
Well, if that ain't mine and Nancy's that is, well, I'll take the boy back again. Now, come on, hand it over.
This is hardly fair, Bill, hardly fair.
Yeah, fair or not fair. Hand over, I tell you. Hardly fair, is it, Nancy? You think Nancy and me's got nothing better to do with our time than to spend it chasing after young kids? Now hand it over, you avaricious old skeleton, hand it over. This is for our share of the trouble, and not half enough neither. Here, start the library.
You can't keep the books. They belong to Mr. Brown, and if he finds out you've got them, he'll be out here after you.
Oh, so he will he? Just what have you told him about this?
Nothing.
Well, that remains to be seen. But if we find out you said anything out of place, oh, Bacon, I'll wait till that scoundrel told him everything. Get out of my way or I'll split your head against the wall.
I don't care what that girl at Chow Shanty on unless you kill me first.
Oh, Shanty, I'll soon do that if you don't keep off.
Come, Tom Sykes, we've got the boy back. What's the matter?
I think the girl's gone mad.
No, she hasn't, Fagin. Don't think it.
Then keep quiet, will ya?
No, I won't. Keep quiet.
Oh, you spider! Oh, try and run away with you.
I won't stand by. Get done. No, you've got to be what more could you have. Let him be. Let him be. I shall put my mark on someone not careful to contact.
Over, you avaricious old skeleton. Hand it over. This is for our share of the trouble, and not half enough neither. Here, start the library.
You can't keep the books. They belong to Mr. Brown, and if he finds out you've got them, he'll be out here after you.
Oh, so he will he? Just what have you told him about this?
Nothing.
Well, that remains to be seen. But if we find out you said anything out of place, oh, Bacon, I'll wait till that scoundrel told him everything. Get out of my way or I'll split your head against the wall.
I don't care what that girl at Chow Shanty on unless you kill me first.
Oh, Shanty, I'll soon do that if you don't keep off.
Come, Tom Sykes, we've got the boy back. What's the matter?
I think the girl's gone mad.
No, she hasn't, Fagin. Don't think it.
Then keep quiet, will ya?
No, I won't. Keep quiet.
Oh, you spider! Oh, try and run away with you.
I won't stand by. Get done. No, you've got to be what more could you have. Let him be. Let him be. I shall put my mark on someone not careful of consequences.
Why, Nancy, you're wonderful today. Such talent. What an actress.
Am I? Take care I don't overdo because I'm warning you. I'll put my finger on some of you and I don't get my aim with you.
You? Do you know just who you are and what you are?
Oh, yes. I know all about it. Who I am and what I am.
Well then, keep quiet or I'll quiet you for a good long time to come.
You're a real nice one, coming on with all this kind and genteel rubbish. A pretty subject for this child, as you call him, to make a friend of.
God, help me I am, and I wish I had been struck dead in the street while that Ann and bring him here. After days of thief and a liar and all that's bad from this day forth. Isn't that enough for you without beating him to death?
Come, Sykes, we must have civil words, Bill, civil words.
Civil words, you deserve them from me. I speak for you and other child after age. 12 years since, don't you forget it.
Well, if you haven't, it's your living.
Some living.
Look after him, Bill. Look after him, Dodge. Get out, all of you. And I look after myself.
A man's got a heart, hasn't he? Joel needs a part, hasn't he? And though I be the first one to say that I wasn't a slave, I'm finding it hard to be really as black as they were. I'm reviewing the situation. Can a fellow be a villain all his life? All my trials and tribulation, better settle down and get myself a wife. And a wife who'd cook and sew for me and come for me and go for me and go for me and nag at me. Finger she would wag at me, the money she would take from me, the misery she'll make from me. I think I'd better think it all good. A wife you can keep anyway. I'd rather sleep anyway. Left without anyone in the world, and I'm starting from now. So how to win friends and influence people? So how? I'm reviewing the situation. I must quickly look up everyone I know. Type of people in the station who can help me make a real impressive show. I will own a suite at Claridge's and wave a fleet of carriages. Wave at all the duchesses with friendliness as much as is befitting of my new estate. Good morrow to you, magistrate. I think I'd better think it all again. So where shall I go? Somebody. Who do I know? Nobody. All my dearest companions have always been villains and thieves. So at my time of life I should start turning over new leaves. I'm reviewing the situation. Can a robber perform an honest job? Is it such a humiliation for a robber to perform an honest job? So a job I'm getting possibly, I wonder how the boss will be, I wonder how he'll take me. Bonuses he'll make to me, I'll start at 8 and finish late at normal rate, and no but wait, I think I better think it out again. What happens when I'm 70? Must come a time, 70, when you're old and it's cold, and who cares if you live or you die? The one consolation's the money you may have put by. transformation. I'm a bad man, I shall say. You'll be seeing the transformation, going from to be a rogue in every way. I don't want nobody hurt for me or made to do the dirt. Me, this rotten life is not for me. It's getting far too hard for me. Don't want no one to rob for me. But who will find a job for me? I don't care what they've got for me. But who will change the blood for me? I think I better think it out again. Hey!
Married. And 2 weeks ago, tomorrow was done. Same's an age. I sold myself for 6 teaspoons, a pair of sugar tongs, and a milk pot, plus a small quantity of second-hand furniture and 20 pounds of cash. Shape, dirt shape.
Cheap! You would have been dead any price, and dead never paid me, and Lord above knows that. Are you going to sit there snoring all day?
I am going to sit here as long as I think proper, madam. And although I was not snoring, I shall snore, gape, sneeze, laugh, or cry as the humor strikes me, such being my prerogative.
Huh! Your prerogative.
I said the word, madam. The prerogative of a man is to command.
Oh, yeah, and what is the prerogative of a woman in the name of goodness?
To obey, madam. Your late unfortunate husband should have taught it to you, and then perhaps he would still be alive today, and I wish he was, poor man.
Ow! You outright brute! Ow!
Cry away, madam. It opens the lungs, exercises the eyes, softens the temper, and washes the face. Cry away.
Oh! How dare you speak to me like that, you big mug! Now talk about your prerogative if you dare! Oh, shut up! I think I'll come away from here before I do something really desperate! What are you doing?
Certainly, my dear, certainly. I had no intention to stay. It's just that you are so very violent.
Oh!
Who's that?
It's my turn.
Come here. Here.
It's Aunt Sally, Mum. She's got something to tell you that must be heard. She'll never die quiet in your ear.
Turn her away.
Go on. But I'm your old friend, Annie.
Go on, get out of it!
Now listen to me. Once, in this very room, in this very bed, I nursed a pretty young creature that was brought into the house with her feet cut and bruised with walking. She gave birth to a boy and died.
Yes? What of it?
I robbed her. I robbed her, so I did. All she had were around her neck, and it were gold.
Gold? Yes, go on.
This is it. Lock it, lock it. She whispered in my ear that should her babe live, the day would come when it might feel proud to hear its poor mother name. 'Tis my belief she came from a good, rich family.
The boy's name?
They called him
Yes.
Oliver.
Oliver. Oliver. We must retrieve that boy, Mr. Bumble.
We must indeed, ma'am. We must indeed.
Oliver, Oliver. Oliver, Oliver. Apparently he's from a rich family. Oliver, on the clock. What will we do?
We must give him his due.
And we'll praise the day somebody gave us Oliver.
I understand you bring information regarding the boy, Oliver Twist.
I have come in answer to your advertisement.
I understand you bring information regarding the boy, Oliver Twist.
I have come in answer to your advertisement. Bumble is my name, sir. Beadle at the workhouse where the boy was taken care of, where he was apprenticed to an undertaker, where he ran away from.
Yes, yes. And do you know where the boy is now?
Not no more than nobody.
What do you know of him?
This little trinket was given by the lad's dying mother to my dear wife, just before she passed away. The lad's dying mother, that is, not my wife. Mrs. Bumble has kept it all this time.
You say that when he left your workhouse, he went to an undertaker's?
Yes, Mr. Salisbury, the undertaker, took Oliver from us for £5.
You mean to say you sold him like an animal?
Well, sir, it was Mrs. Bumble who actually authorized the sale.
Really? Then I'll see to it that neither of you is employed in a situation of trust again. You may leave my house.
I hope this unfortunate little circumstance will not deprive me of my parochial office.
Indeed it will, and you may think yourself well off besides.
It was all Mrs. Bumble. She would do it.
That's no excuse. You were occasioned on the present when the boy was sold, and indeed are the more guilty of the two in the eye of the law. For the law supposes that your wife acts under your direction.
If the law supposes that, then the law is an ass. If that's the eye of the law, then the law is a bachelor. And the worst I wish the law is that its eye may be opened by experience. By experience.
Mr. Brownlow, there's a young lady at the back door saying she's come about Oliver.
Mrs. Bedwin, take a look at this miniature. You see who it is?
Why, it's Miss Agnes.
Yes, my daughter Agnes. And I have every reason to suspect that Oliver was her child.
Sir.
I can't stay out there any longer. If I'd gone away from Lady Woodard, you might have been sorry, and not without reason neither.
I'm sorry if anyone's been rude to you. Can I help you in any way?
I don't know. Can she be trusted?
Yes, why?
I'm the girl that took Ronaldo back from Fagan's on the morning he left us out.
You?
Me, sir. And I wish now that I'd never been part of it. We mentioned you specially.
Where's this place you speak of? Fagan's.
That I can't tell you.
Did you perhaps know that Oliver is probably my grandchild?
I didn't know nothing. All I knew was me orders. I had to get him back for supper for it. You don't believe me. I don't want your pity. I had to come even though there are those who would murder me even if they knew I'd been here.
Murder? But where is Oliver? Where is this Fagan's?
I can't tell you. I just want you to know that Oliver's safe. I must go back now quickly.
But what can I do about all this? Why must you return? Why can't you tell me where Oliver is? And what is the reason you have to return to those people? I can call the Bow Street runners in a moment, and if you tell them just what you have told me, they'll see you come to no harm.
Don't you understand? I have to go back there. I must go back there. You see, I explain. You see, back there, there's a man that I just can't leave. You see, I love him. You don't know what it's like to love someone like that.
I understand.
My dear ladies, do excuse me, but I'm anxious about Oliver. How can you help me?
I won't tell you where he is, but I'll bring him to you. Now, dear, that's too dangerous. Will you promise that I won't be watched or followed?
I promise you solemnly.
Then tonight, between 11 and the time the clock strikes 12, I will walk on London Bridge, and I will bring Oliver.
doesn't act as though he cares, but deep inside I know he cares, and that is why I'm tied right by his side. As long as he needs me, oh yes he does need me, but will he never see that someone else needs me? As long as life is long, I'll love him right or wrong, but he's so big and strong, and someone else needs me. A child with no one to take his part, I'll take his part, Bill, cross my heart. I won't betray your trust, though people say I must. I've got to stay true, just needs me. Bill! Don't take it back, Bill! Please, pretty please, let it go! Let it go! Why look at me like that, Bill?
It's a dark night, my girl, but it's light enough to do what I got to do.
I wasn't going to blow the gas on us, Bill! I wasn't going to say anything! Bill! Ah! Ah!
Hey, stop! Hey!
Murder! Don't just stand there!
Oliver! Oliver! Are you okay?
Come on, Oliver, we'll take you home now.